Welcome to the Shikama Live Show. Bernie Sanders keeps saying income inequality. Income inequality. Oh, income inequality. You have all of these people who are just suffering from income inequality. Stop saying income inequality. First of all, it means nothing. It makes no sense. And before we get into this, I want to direct you to my income versus wealth video. Why? Because in that video, I compared a guy who made, at the very most, $60,000 a year in his entire life to a guy that made at most $350,000 a year. And what was the comparison? The guy who made $60,000 a year became wealthy. The guy who made $350,000 a year lived paycheck to paycheck throughout his entire life. So what does that mean? There is no such thing as income inequality. Doesn't exist, is a fabrication of the left. And anybody who wants to debate me on the topic simply needs to go back to my income versus wealth video. And if you believe that income inequality is real, you are stupid, stupid, stupid. In the face of all facts and all evidence that I present talking about wealth, don't you dare come up to me talking about some income inequality. Why do leftists keep trying to market income inequality as an actual logical thing? A trash guy doesn't do what a brain surgeon does. Why in the hell would we not want to pay the brain surgeon what he's worth? And not everyone can be a brain surgeon. Some people couldn't even handle the sight of blood. So at the very first stage, we're paying someone just to be around blood all the time and not be fazed by it. Secondly, that brain surgeon took out copious amounts of loans to be a brain surgeon. The trash guy filled out an application. Some places even supply the uniform for the trash guy. Literally, he's just filling a uniform. Stop saying income inequality. There's no such thing as income inequality. There's no such thing as income equality. When I get more money, I will hire about 5 people to do the work that I do now. Shouldn't I be paid for building and doing the work of 5 people? Or better yet, if I hire someone to write a script, I'm paying them just to write a script, not produce an entire movie. So should the guy that writes the script be paid the same money as the guy that bought all the equipment, pays all the bill to put the entire production together? No, because he's paying to write words and then get up and leave. He's not doing equal work, equal risk, equal expenses. Stop saying income inequality. Only the stupid people in the universe would think that income inequality is a thing. And what does he really mean? What does Bernie Sanders mean when he says income inequality? What does he really mean? And he says, by virtue of someone working, they should obviously make enough to sustain themselves. By virtue of someone working. There are people who literally sweep the floor in a store on the main floor and the bathroom twice a day. Did you hear me? Twice a day. They come at noon, sweep, leave. They come at closing, sweep, leave. That person is working. Is he not working? He's working. Everybody agrees he's working. He's working. The store owner is there from freckle 30 to dark noon, or to dark 30, right? The owner's there all day long. He's working. Now, are the two people doing the same job? No. Are these two people even equal on any footing? No, not even close. Now you say, well, who would work? Who would work and just sweep twice a day? And what would they expect to be paid? What would they expect to be paid? They would be expected to be paid next to nothing. Now you say, oh, such jobs don't exist. Oh yes, they have throughout history, actually. And mainly it went to little kids. Why? Because little kids could sweep. They could do a perfect job of sweeping, and they could be paid a couple of dollars here and there, and then they could buy the candy or buy the baseball mitt or whatever they want. They did the work, they get the pay, they get to spend it however they want. And back in the day, every child in the household worked. They contributed. That's how America was. That's how America used to be. Now he's talking about he wants equal pay. Equal pay? What are you talking about? It doesn't make sense. You have to look at a thing first. No, a person who works doesn't need to be able to sustain himself. The going rate for floor sweepers is not $15 an hour. I'm sorry to say, that is not a job. Now we have robots to do it. So seriously, if somebody is sweeping a floor and that's all they're doing, they're really not worth anything. Mostly somebody's hiring them to do them a favor. Could I have somebody come and wash my dishes? Yes. Yes, I could. Do I need somebody to come wash my dishes? No, I don't need somebody to come wash my dishes. Could I pay somebody to do it? Yes. Yes, I certainly could. It's boring to wash dishes. I could pay somebody. I don't have a dishwashing machine, so I do everything by hand. Do I need to hire somebody? No, I don't need to hire somebody. And if push come to shove, what would I really do? What if Bernie Sanders says you have to hire a dishwasher? What would I do? I'd buy a dishwashing machine. So he doesn't even get what he wants, really. And if he wants to force the issue of income inequality, let's say he becomes supreme leader, i.e. president, and he says everybody needs to be paid equally, we would stop hiring people, literally. Overnight, the entire everything would be robots. We already have them. We have robots to virtually do everything that people do right now. Everything. You see how stupid people are? And you people are going for it. I want to hire 5 people right now to do the work that I do. I have projects that are lingering, not getting done, because I'm only one man. Thank God they're not time sensitive, so when I get to them, they'll get done, and nobody's gonna say, this is late. You know, like the Lord of the Rings, Gandalf says, a wizard arrives when he needs to arrive, or whatever he said. So my projects get done when they need to get done. I can't afford to hire 5 people right now. Do I need to hire 5 people right now? Actually, I do need to hire 5 people, but I can't afford it. Regulations, regulations, and regulations. I don't think you all understand what it is to hire somebody. And you think the money falls from the sky and unicorns run through the office and video editing and sound editing just happens. It's not time consuming. And you don't have to pay somebody to use their software. Oh, you don't think about that stuff. You just hear Bernie Sanders, free, 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 income inequality. You don't think that there's people like me who can't even hire people right now under the Obama administration. Truth be told, I should be hiring 100 people because of my other businesses. 100 people. I can't hire 100 people, not under Obama. It simply means that if push came to shove, I would partner with somebody and we would do the work ourselves and share in the profits. I can't hire people. This administration and a Bernie Sanders, Hillary Clinton administration is stopping employment, stopping it dead in its tracks. I already told you in a previous video, they're here. McDonald's, Jack in the Box, Burger King, robots. Nobody even at the counter. The only thing that happens is somebody says, okay, order number 42, here you go. Robots. Takes your order, gives you your drink, robots. You want to push for $15 an hour for something that doesn't generate $15 an hour? And when I say generate, I said it makes the company money. And the company doesn't want to trade $15 for $15. So you have to do more than $15. And you taking an order for $15 an hour does not generate more than $15 an hour. A good 40% of a cashier's time is spent just standing around. Oh yeah, you're clean, but you're standing around. You're not taking orders. You're hired to take orders. But 40% of the time you're standing around, straightening stuff, cleaning stuff. They're robots who can do that. Robots. Under the current administration and the current regulations, I have investors who want to give me money. I cannot take their money under current regulations. You people don't even understand. You just think, oh, free, 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 free. Bernie Sanders is our man. Yeah, he's fantastic. No, he's not. He's horrible. And I believe it's treasonous. I can work it out that it's treasonous. I can't take people's money who want to give it to me. I have to register with the Secretary of State of Nevada, the SEC. I have to file with the SEC just to take people's money. And I can't take everybody's money. And there's even indication that crowdfunding is going to be deemed quote unquote illegal, and that you still have to register with the SEC and all that sort of stuff. And you still can only take investment from sophisticated investors, which you listening to me are not. You're literally beating your heads against a wall trying to support a man who's going to destroy the economy. And he says, I'm going to take from the rich. What are you going to take from the rich? The rich pay 75% of the taxes. What are you going to take from the rich? The rich pay 75% of the taxes. What are you going to take from the rich? They're not paying their fair share. Oh, that's hogwash. That's a lie and you know it. It worked for Obama because they surrounded him with anybody who says anything disparaging against Obama is a racist. Obama said the same thing. I need to spread the wealth. Spread what wealth? It's the same argument when the women take half of the money of the professional ball player. Where were you when I was out all year practicing on the court for 10 hours a day? Where were you? Sitting at home eating bonbons. How in the hell are you contributing? You didn't contribute to this money. You didn't do a goddamn thing. And why should you spread the wealth of a guy who got negotiations together to put together a $500 billion company? You deserve his money. Why? Just cuz? And when they go overseas, then you cry. Oh, these people are unpatriotic. They're sending the jobs overseas. You voted the people in that sent the companies overseas. You did it. The irony is the unions put the very people in that got their jobs taken away. You did this to yourself, shooting yourselves in the head. I made a video about idiocracy. Is it here now? It is here now. You're idiots. Oh, we don't need less government. We need even more government to take away even more jobs. They're set for another round of firings across the land by the thousands for each company. Trump has already been on board, been on record as saying there is a bubble and it's about to burst right now. If you don't like him for president, that's fine. Trust what he says when he talks about finance and the economy and Wall Street. They keep telling you that the economy's in recovery. No, the economy's not in recovery. Wall Street is in recovery. And why is Wall Street in recovery? Because of easy money is still there. That's just Wall Street. That's not the economy. So this whole brainwashing that you're getting from Bernie Sanders about, oh, income inequality needs to be ended. Why don't you pay people $100 an hour at a minimum? How many people would have a job? You answer me. How many people would still have a job at $100 an hour as a minimum? And what would a burger cost if the minimum wage were $100 an hour? Tell me that. Thank you for watching the Shikam Live Show.